There was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom.
Broadcasting live from the heart of the hypercore itself, the Hypercube Laboratories in Orlando, Florida. It's time for the show. TFT Relay 062920, broadcasting live on the Sub-Ether.com, live on freethinkradio.com. This is your source for all things Hypercube relative to the near and impending doom of planet Earth in only 1 week's time. That's right, it's our annual, again, end of the world last show ever. It's a good show. It's gonna be great. Joining me as always via satellite hyperlink on that subweb netcom, it's Reverend Pete. He was here earlier. Where you at? He glowing, but I can't hear him. I could hear him earlier. I don't know what he's done. He done broke it. So here's the first 10 minutes of the show. I'm gonna talk about how I edited that out of the last show. So I'll tell you what. I will disconnect from here and I will come back in and go on with Cube News, your favorite part of the show. And, Peace, you there, buddy? Hello? The most exciting thing, of course, these shiny new I heard it. Peas Peas? Could you sigh heavily into your... Can you sigh heavily into your microphone again? It sounds like you're defenestrating a ukulele. Peas?
Yeah.
Oh, you got your soundboard working.
Does it work?
Yeah, that's great. Don't change anything. This is great. We were just doing the Cube News. Tell them about the new stickers, Peas!
Oh my God, they're holographic and they're free tonight if you know how to get one.
Yeah. You big so-and-so know how. You want one? You're gonna have to wait and see. Ooh!
Can you hear me now?
Maybe it's at the end of the show. Some people are like, I'll just tune in near the end because I bet you he'll say it near the end of the show. But they don't know. They don't know when I'm going to tell them how to get it. So I got these suckers today. I was taking advantage of getting some sample work done. And, of course, you're going to need your official Don't Think decal with your Journeyman Resource kit that you order. And, Peas, I've sent you a sample of works. They're in the mailbox today. And also, Fazonk, thank you for a shout-out on the PayPal, too. Fazonk, he will also be receiving some things. And I've set aside enough of these. But I don't have a lot. And I'm looking. Basically, they're $5 a piece, and I'll do 5 for $20. And so I'll do a short run on the Hypercube web store. Next up on that Cube News, this means that the Hypercube collection of stickers is now its own pack, with color stickers and your classic black and white stickers, all vinyl. They're beautiful, but that means there's not going to be any more Hypercube stickers in the time for the show packs. So, before I change it on the store, it's a legally binding arrangement. If you order a sticker pack, you'll get them as they're listed now, with the limited edition green stickers and the Hypercube stickers in the packs. You will get those if you beat me to it before the end of the world. Yeah, I can. Can you hear me? It's our end of the world bargain blowout for Bob, Peas. I'm just telling the kids about these opportunities, the economical hypertunities. They can't turn it down. Now I can't hear you anymore, but I see your light turning on. Well, at least I know my side's good. So yeah, there will be 2 separate sticker packs on that, and Cube News. Yeah, I handed over shows to the person I hired to edit shows. I gave them to them yesterday, and they seemed eager and I'm really I'm not excited to say I want to see how long it takes for them to get fed up with it. They're like, I'm really looking forward to this, and I'm like, you asked for it. So yeah, kudos for trying, but we'll see what we get. We'll see what we get. And that, of course, is supported by you, the Patreonies and the listeners.
Test.
Peas, can you hear me?
Test.
10-2, mic check coming back clear. 10-2, Peas, do you read? Can you read or write? Do you know how to do anything? Can you do basic math? Can you communicate with me on the binary scale? Can you show me like exponents on the binary scale and prove to me that you're some sort of intelligent life form? Can you tap? 2 for no, Peas. 2 for no, because one's always enough for yes. That means you don't want it. Was that 2 for no, or was that yes? Yes, I can, Peas. I can hear you. Can you hear me? Oh my God. And he's gone. And that's Cube News. It's the best part of the show. You love it. Hypercubego.com. Yeah, it's X Day. And boy, howdy, is it ever. If you've ever thought that the world was about to end, boy, howdy, you ain't got anything on this year. This is fantastic. A true bona fide global catastrophe. Earthquakes and famine and pestilence across the land. Not enough room to bury the dead. We're just going to start dumping them in the Grand Canyon. And, yeah, we're going to start it. We're going to kickstart it. 7 a.m. Was that Sunday morning? Sunday morning, yes. And to kick that in, there will be the Dr. Fox X Day 23 Missing in Action Virtual Reality Experience. Or the X Day T3 MIA VRXP. And that will be starting at 12:01 a.m. July 5th. Going live until the end of the world at 7 a.m. And I will be running just the backup systems here at Hypercube, keeping everybody primed and ready with our searchlights on the sky, trying to figure out which ones are just spraying chemtrails and which ones are just spraying delicious chocolate frosting. That's where it comes from. They spray it from planes. All right. This part is where I would convey over to Peas that it's time for the next part of the show. Do you know that there's segments in the show? That we have like bits and routines? What? No, we don't do anything like that. That'd be dumb. It's more important to, oh, come on, your connection may not be private. See, already, it's against me. The conspiracy's trying to keep me from getting my work here. You know, they don't want me to have it. They don't want me to have it. And I just want to access my work. I want to access my data from the cloud. And I have to can't get in. I'm not. Okay, interesting. So the entire internet is down. You are unable to access the internet. We are in the midst of a media blackout. It doesn't look like it's ever been this bad before. I would imagine that troops are on the ground in your immediate area now. The most essential thing that you can do is stay near the radio right now. Listening to my voice is what's going to actually keep you in a calm state for the next several days, impending nuclear holocaust. Now, some of you out there may be fearing that because you haven't met up with all the requirements to evacuate the planet before the end is here, this is a opportune time for you to visit our good friends over at the Church of the Subgeniuses at subgeniuses.com. And if you would like to get a seat on the pleasure saucers of the alien frisbee lords of the Chad Zone in the Beta Quadrant, then feel free to apply for your membership to the Church of the Subgeniuses.com. Just go to paypal.me/DOKFAUX, and that's $55 US right now. What a fantastic saving for instant ordination in the Church of the Subgeniuses. And that's $55 plus $5 processing at paypal.me/DOKFAUX. You can also send your offerings and copies of last wills and testaments, savings to bank accounts, social security cards, credit card numbers, pictures of deceased loved ones, pictures of living loved ones, sexy or non, and send those over to money@hypercubego.com. Peas, yes, can you... Did you tell them about the stickers, Peas?
I told him about earlier. I'm disappointed, Fox.
What? Why? Why are you disappointed?
Because my Yeti microphone won't play my headphones.
It's the whole system's down, Peas. That's what I was just telling everybody. The infrastructure of the sub-ether network and the electron scaffold and Scalpod is dying, Peas.
Well, it's awful because I can't wear cans now. I have to just listen to it through speakers like I'm some kind of peasant.
Yeah?
Like I don't even know how radio works.
Like soup cans on a string?
I don't even have that.
Lined up for the truth. This is it. This is the last show. Aren't you excited?
What?
Yeah.
We're quitting?
Everybody's quitting. That's what I was just telling everybody. We're wrapping up.
No.
Yeah. The world ends Sunday morning. Tune in for Dr. Fox's Breakfast Hootenanny at 12:01 a.m. on freethinkradio.com. You gonna come? Are you gonna join me for the telethon, Peas?
I thought we broadcast from the saucers.
Well, not until after 7 o'clock, Peas. I have to broadcast. I have to keep everybody up and informed. We gotta get the coffee flowing. We gotta get the powder drywall on the slabs. We gotta get the Japanese boba straws to snort up the drywall powder, Peas. Peas, we're gonna pee in the pie pan, Peas. That's what I'm excited for, is the Patreons are going to pee into the pie pan, Peas. It's X Day. It's the big one. It's the X Day 23 MIA VRXP. Peas, aren't you excited? It's a virtual experience like no other. You're going to be able to witness the end of the world and all things catastrophic and marvelous from the comfort of your own home. You won't have to stand out in the field for a couple of days, sweating, being drained of your vital essences by deer ticks. No! You can do it at home. We'll mail you the deer ticks. You can open them up in the pleasure and privacy of your own domicile here at the HCX Day 23 MIA VRXP 3K live on FTR at 12:01 a.m. EST.
Are you getting feedback from my mic?
Nope. Keep it exactly where it was. I said earlier, you had it perfect and you touched it.
Are you gonna participate this year now that the format's different and you don't have to actually go someplace and be all sweaty and actually interact with people? You can just do it via the
sweaty at home.
Right.
Yeah.
But are you gonna rant?
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play some tasty jams and chug some coffee, and I'm gonna wait, and I'm gonna lead the show. I'm gonna run a marathon show from midnight to 7 a.m. live on the air. It's gonna hurt.
Isn't that gonna step on Reverend Fanboy's radio show?
That's on Tuesday nights.
Is it?
Yes.
That's so forgetful.
Well, I mean, it's just the network you broadcast on every week. You got to get ready for that. That's the new show. That's tonight's show.
You know that guy's gonna fuck it up.
Well, you see, Bees, I've been
political. He's gonna get hurt.
Promoted. I've been promoted.
I predict within 12 weeks, Reverend Fanboy will write a hastily composed email to Dr. Ellison saying, due to the content on other shows, he can no longer, in good conscience, continue to have his show on this radio network. And it's mostly going to be our fault. And I cannot wait for that to happen.
Well, what are you going to do? You should do it now. His last show is tomorrow.
My own damn self. And I know that's going to piss him off eventually.
Yeah? Well, he's only got one left. Because after this, I mean, I'm pretty sure we're going to have Free Think Radio in space. That's a guarantee.
Yeah. Right, exactly.
But every day will be your show. And we'll all be able to simultaneously listen to each other's shows all the time. In fact, that's all we'll ever hear is
when
every Subgenius radio show, podcast, audio, barrage, reel-to-reel tape, VHS-C adaptations, moldy cassettes from underneath Happy Meal boxes in the trunks of cars, peas.
And they say there's no hell. How awful.
Hell awful indeed. So yeah, quit your job. You already got your magic government money bucks flowing in. So yeah, grab your spendy monies. And
if you take that government money and buy Band-Aids with it, you're circumventing Obamacare and being a good American.
Not until they come out with those dark-colored Band-Aids. Then the liberal.
Should I wear like a different flesh tone Mantane to show my support for Black Lives Matter?
Well, why?
Or is that racist? Or is that like a blackface? If you wear a Band-Aid that's not actually your skin color, is that like a mild form of blackface that invokes your white privilege?
Well, what are they gonna do? Like a multi-pack?
Yeah.
It's gonna be a varied color in each one.
Oh my God, dude, you're bleeding. Let me get a Band-Aid. Make sure it's Asian colored.
Yeah. Cover up your shame.
Because that's your concern when you need a Band-Aid. Really needs to match my flesh tone perfectly.
If you're going to get a Band-Aid, yes. Otherwise, you can get a flexible adhesive strip. You can get a.
Do you think it's racist that most bandages?
It's called a plaster piece.
Did you ever think about this? Most bandages are white. Do you think that that's racist?
Yes.
Like if you open any bandage package inside, it's like a white color, right? Why is that?
I don't know. Tell me why. Expand upon it.
I think it has something to do with Andrew Jackson and racism.
All right, keep going. See, this is what I was saying earlier, Peas. Before I allowed you to interrupt. You see, I've been promoted because it's the last show. I'm the director now. I'm not hosting time for the show anymore. You're hosting time for the show.
Okay.
All right. So you gotta. So
do I have guests? And games or something?
Well,
something to entertain the people with.
What do you have? You have every segment that we've created so far
at my disposal.
Yes. However,
that's like 4 things.
Yeah, what are they? How many segments of the show can you do we have?
Oh, that's it. That could be a new segment. First of all, the oldest one is Blind Eyes.
And we haven't done that in like 20 shows.
Because I feel like it's played out. I feel like Blind Eyes played out.
Every segment is played out. They're all played out. There's no new radio content piece. There's no new. It's all just a recombination of the same thing. Like last week we did.
I get tired of this one. You didn't do what last week?
We didn't. We didn't do Blind Eyes, but we did do Red Flag of the Week, and it was steampunk. Do you know this week's Red Flag of the Week?
Oh man, I think I got a memo about it. I'm supposed to know this.
You're supposed to have it. Yeah. Where's all your copy? So you're going to be hosting, right? You got your soap commercials and everything lined up. You're all set up. You know when we're going to song breaks and crap like that.
This is why you should.
The last show you gotta. Well, no, we gotta get it going now. It's time. Woo!
But if this is the last show, shouldn't we have talked about this the last show?
No, because I've gotten all the data and the information that I've gotten has come to me in like the last 45 minutes. There's nothing I can do. I don't run this place.
I have a show question. All
right.
In two parts. The first part of my question is an impressive command center that I see behind you, and it begs the question, are you in space? And I now see that my second part of my question is really not important, but it looked like your earphone wires made your shirt look like a baseball shirt, and I was wondering what team it was. But so just forget the second question. But hey, that's some shit that you got behind you. Can you flip controls? Can you affect change with that control panel?
Why don't you direct stuff more over towards things that the audience over the radio can relate to? See, that's
everybody can't see that.
Don't talk to me, Pete. Don't talk to me. You gotta talk to the audience.
But everybody can't see that. I thought everybody saw it. Now I feel foolish.
Well, only you see it.
What?
Only
That
you
doesn't
see
seem
it.
fair.
They don't see it.
Is there any way for other people to see it?
No.
Oh.
No,
okay.
There's not. There's not.
Okay. Well, then I'm sorry, folks. Never mind.
Yeah, there's no way to see it.
Never mind.
So you got to drive the show over to them. You got to pick it up. You got to take it to them.
Who are we taking it to?
To them.
The computers?
To them. Right there. They're right there.
The listeners?
That's them.
They're my friends.
Have you ever talked to them personally, Peas?
Oh no, I have security.
You should try that. Try talking to them. Refer to the audience as you. Call them you and tell them something. Try it.
Hey, yous. Are you dirty, filthy bastards and need a cleaning but don't know
Don't
how
sell
to...
them the soap. Hold off on the soap. Those are cued in later on.
I thought you wanted me to say...
No, see, I'm the director now.
Right, so I stopped. You stopped me right away.
Hosting.
Stop.
So now you're hosting, and so now I'm saying stop.
Hey, can I ask you something? Is you're the director?
Because but you only got like so many minutes before the song break.
Who's gonna cater the food today? Is it gonna be good? Will there be a vegan option?
Everything comes from Wendy's. Specifically,
I wonder what the vegan option at Wendy's is. A Frosty? I bet you that's got meat in it or something.
Junior Baconator.
Yeah.
The Frosties are just all the scraped lard off of the back of the fry baskets.
That's why I'm thinking, right? That's not vegan either.
So
it's
vegetarian. It's vegetarian.
Yeah, no, I said vegan, dude. I'm wondering if Wendy's has a vegan option.
The Baconos-ater? Yeah.
Like French fries. Are French fries vegan? Bacon?
No, because potatoes have eyes.
Don't we have we must have a vegan listener that could clue us in on how we're awful for
I'm
eating
sure
meat.
they'll tell us.
Eventually, yes. It's so stupid. We would already know, wouldn't we? If we had a vegan fan, we would already know. They would have told us. Hi, long-time listener, first-time caller. I'm a vegan, and I really like your show.
No one would say that they like this show, especially a vegan.
Is it vegan or vegan?
It's like Veganos, right?
Is it regional?
From the Isle of Vega, south of Greece.
That's funny for some reason. I don't know
It's funny
why.
because I'm funny.
I don't know why.
Every
that's funny,
week
but
I
it made me
spend 2
chuckle.
hours a
It
week
made me
trying to
chuckle.
write stupid knock-knock jokes for sub-geniuses.
It's
Maybe it'll
self-improved.
start paying off one day. Someone will
I
find
doubt-
them funny.
Doubtful.
I
I think the problem with my setup
I've got
is
more
I'll-
retweets offering free stickers than I've gotten on any joke I've ever said on the internet. That
you
should
giving
tell.
away-
That
How many
told
stickers
me.
have you given away?
Yeah, I haven't given away any yet.
No. Am I
No.
gonna get one?
Maybe, depending
I
on
like
that
hologram.
attitude, we'll see.
I like holograms. Man, with this
Yeah,
show
this
is
one
just
comes with
taking off.
Tupac in it.
I think we should let
After
people
6.
reflect upon the last 30 minutes of the show with a wonderful ballad by our wonderful bards.
Like a Dr. Peppo down. You're gonna have to take the golf carts to the upper level and swing by the employee store and grab them there. We make money off the employees, but it's okay because we're sharing like a discount. So they're saving money, you know? They're saving money. It's convenient. It's here for them. They're still in quarantine, so they kind of have to stay anyway. But man,
Always
there's a
two guys.
guy hoarding up on Top Ramen on level 5. Heard he was price gouging them up for
like-
75 cents a piece.
super cool
Somebody was
control
gonna
panel.
stab him with a dried sauce packet. It's pretty good.
It might just be a drawing, but it's super cool because it looks like Fox is commanding this whole like nuclear arsenal. It's
Pronounced
a shame
nuclear.
that other people can't see it.
All right,
It's
Peas, introduce the song.
Hey kids, it's time for that hip and groovy group that's #1 on Billboard this year as well as every other. It's the Kinks with 20th Century Man.
Broadcasting live on freethinkradio.com. It's time for the show. Yeah.
That seemed like a short break.
It's time for Cube News with Reverend Peas. So Peas, yeah, I got these cool stickers. Did you see? I'll show them to you. You see that? They're all so cool and they're nice.
They're holographic and rainbow colors.
These suckers right here are they're 3-inch suckers. You know what I'm saying? They're pretty hardy actually. I wish but you know, I'm just on the feed here with you. But you know, I stuck one in my water bottle. Looks great. It's UV treated. The foil. It's holographic. It's like a Pokemon card with a hypercube on it, and that's pretty cool. And so you're probably asking yourself, geez, I wish I was lucky and fortunate enough to have something as cool and dandy as a hypercube don't think
Dude,
foil
we already know it's not
sticker.
even possible. None of us could possibly.
Man,
ever
do I wish I could
have
get
a
my
sticker.
hands on one of those bitchin' stickers. And I'm
There's
gonna
no
tell
way to do it. There's no way to do it, dude. Stop pining for it. You can't. There's no way to get them. It's impossible.
but there might be a way.
Unless
There could be a way.
what?
I don't know. We'll have to see. So, Peas, did you come up with any stories for me this week? Any lies?
Oh no, no.
Nope. All right,
No.
so we can scratch that one off the list. All right, so there's that segment. Let's see here. I wrote an email to the
That's too
new
many
editor.
tragedy.
The new editor is a young lady. Peas is going to edit this show, and I want you to consider that every time now that you do this show, that you remember that a young lady is
How
going
young?
to young enough.
Do I know
You
her?
don't use that. No, you don't. And we're going to keep
Are
it
you
that way.
sure?
You're kind of dangerous, Peas.
Does she have the name 6 in her name?
No, but she did edit at least two episodes. She says 2. She's holding 2 up. She edited
I don't
2
know that
episodes
many
of Time for
girls.
the Show for me.
I don't know that many girls, so I don't know who it could be.
All right, let me see here. Working with other things. I was checking my emails here, but let's see what it said here.
Probably somebody just
Talking with guys over at the Tom Brennan and Perry show, the Tomb and Perry. So yeah, we're gonna help them out with something. What else do we got here?
Hey, I noticed we got in the room.
All right, Cube News. We did that. All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
And
stickers.
then you don't have any lies, so no truth.
Well, I have
segment.
lies. I'm just not sure that
You don't have a truth to bring with some of your lies.
Well, see, that's the problem. When I'm doing the lies and truths, my truths are so outlandish that I have to come up with like a really fucking outlandish lie, and then I think that the people see through it when I should probably just do truths. And then they said people pick one. I go, oh, that's not it. That's what I should do.
Wait, but isn't that still? You have to come up with something. You have to come.
I have things.
Say what?
I have things. I have stories. I mean, but they're all true because so many things have happened to the Peas over the course of his lifetime.
And so you have these fantastic stories. If these stories if you have so many of them, and they're so fantastic and great.
Oh, I'm watching
Peas.
somebody shoot up right now. Hold on.
And you do that. It's interactive. See how you derailed the show?
Did I? I did. It's I used to do that when I played the bass. Sometimes I'd like hit that wrong note and I couldn't get back to the root, and it would be like a huge train wreck.
Hey! What do you call a bass player that shows up on time?
I never heard of that.
A guitarist. Yeah, you hadn't. Yeah, it's funny, Peas.
Because Peace plays the bass.
I've got a bass sitting right over there. I don't even play it, but I got it out. I make it look like I do. That's the whole show.
It's the taunt to bass. It's like, yeah, I could learn to play you, but fuck you.
You know, I know a lot of scientists. I'm an artiste. You know, because you have a scientific artiste and you have a scientific engineer, and scientific engineers make things work, and scientific artistes make things look like they work. You picking up what I'm putting down, Peas?
Yeah, words, man.
So I can't access the mailbag.
How come?
I don't know. I'm getting an SSL error on my cloud mail. What did you do? Is the internet still down for you? Not happening. Not happening. God. In the sky is coming down, Peas. Everyone's gonna die. Except us. We're not. Aren't you? Don't you feel fortunate and lucky?
I think I've been thinking about smoking meth again.
Well, you don't have any teeth, so
right, exactly.
Why not? You got to do something to balance out all of this corona weight, right? Sitting at home drinking and smoking and eating jelly fucking donuts every goddamn day for the past 3 months.
I wish I had jelly donuts.
How much have you put on? How much have you put on?
I actually lost quite a bit of weight. I'm down to 158.
Because they pulled those teeth out of your head?
I have noticed I do start drinking way earlier in the day.
Do you drink while you work?
I have been.
Yeah.
I have been.
It's a responsible thing.
You know.
Whiskey was made for men in the mines, Peas. That was the whole point of getting a job in the mines, was to drink whiskey and hit rocks.
My old company fucked me out of about $8,000.
Eric.
Because I took a new job, so they're not going to pay me severance. And I don't think that's fair.
No, well, you should sue them.
I'm probably going to, but that'll take 2.5 years. I was hoping to have the money this week. I had called my coke dealer and some whores, and now I gotta call them back and look all like, I don't have the money for the coke.
Well, everybody's getting $600 a week. Peas.
Not me.
Well,
not me.
Well, if you're not, then you should probably start. It sounds like you had a lucrative enterprise in selling meth before, and thanks to Breaking Bad, it's never been more fashionable. The Japanese love it.
Do they? Is that true? They're big speed freaks.
Yeah, look at them.
Well, I mean, like, are you just saying that to be funny, or did you read a Facebook article? Did you read a Facebook article that told you that, or saw like an informative meme?
No, I got a letter in the mail.
Oh,
yeah, it was printed out. They were. Yeah. It was also telling me about how
Fox,
people
as
Chinese
member of Japan, I write this letter. Let you know we all do meth. Please send meth. Love meth. Sushi's good. We like it, sure. But meth. We need some meth. Hi. Is that racist?
One more
that
high.
Might be racist now. I'm not sure.
Well, it is. At this point, if you're gonna ask
funny?
if it's racist, it's always. It is racist. If you invoke
if you ask though if it's racist, that absolves you of the racism, doesn't it?
It wasn't. I didn't know it was racist when I did it. When I took on the personification of another nationality and used a bad attempt at an ethno-Asian
bad. I mean, I thought it was a Japanese person. It sounded Japanese to me.
Does Scoops McNews guy not come around anymore because he became a committed character? Is that it? Is this because Scoops McNews guy was going to be too hard to be regular?
No, the problem with Scoops is that I fall out of the accent like halfway through it.
Yeah, well, you do that with every accent.
I know. I should stop doing
if you have Scoops McNews guy, that's your guy to keep going.
Be my fallback, right?
You can't.
I should be able to fall back to Scoops
at
any time because he's Slavic and he understands the news because he's Scoop News guy, McNews guy. He's Scottish.
You have to start talking in broken dialect English. You have to put in different accent and break off in time.
Here's the thing. Sometimes
it's hard, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Cannot keep going.
Here's the thing. There are periods in my life, and they happen throughout the year, where I will have an accent, and I could do a whole sonnet from Shakespeare in that accent, and then for whatever reason,
in like a Midwestern accent.
No, like a
come to the window, don't you know?
Or General Yamana, whatever. But then all of a sudden, for no reason, sometime during the year, I can't do it for more than a couple of sentences, and I have to write it out till it comes back. It might be a brain tumor, I don't know. But there really are times when I can just stay in that character and be in it the whole time. And then there's times like now where I can't even do a decent Japanese guy for more than a paragraph.
Dude, you didn't make it past like the first word.
See what I'm saying? Well, no, I think the first word was good.
You brought shame to every white man that works at a Benihana's. Peas.
That's okay. I'm okay with that.
Have you ever ended up in that situation? Have you ever gone to a Japanese, like the teppanyaki hibachi steakhouse, the big experience? You know what I'm talking about?
So the best experience I've ever had at one of those.
Have you been to one of those places before?
Many times.
Okay. And have you ever gotten a white chef?
No.
But have you? Because I've never gotten one either. But I've been to several of these restaurants, and on 2 occasions, and that's so it's so great is now I can compare them to each other. But we had our authentic Asian gentleman prepare our totally traditional Japanese-ish fusion meal, and in bento boxes. And everyone's like clapping. It's like, this is great. He's flipping the shrimps and into the baby's mouth, and they're spinning plates.
Do the onion volcano.
Dude, his was more like an onion bukkake because he used a lot of that spicy mayo, the yum yum sauce. It was great. But then the people across from us, you know, they get sat and they kind of get the bonus show. They get like the tail end of our experience. And this guy, you know, he's got razor blades and he's fighting a sumo wrestler. And there's a guy that pulls his pants down and pees all over the grill to put out the fire. It was insane. Launched grapes out of his belly button. And so we're like, yeah, they're clapping, we're clapping. And then the guys on the other side, they're like, man, I can't wait for ours. And they get, the first time that I was there, they ended up
getting a guy named Paul.
They got Paul McManderson Fearsonman, and he was like super ginger.
He did 2 years of art school, but had to drop out before he got his degree. He's gay, and he doesn't really feel like the Japanese culture deserves his art.
But he took the job.
He took the job.
He took the job.
Are good. The tips are good.
And no matter his outlook on it, it was the people about to eat. And they all just immediately started frowning and looking at each other and crossing their arms and looking at each other across the table. And they're like,
Paul wasn't pulling it off.
They were like, this is bullshit. They didn't get an Asian man to cook their noodles. That's what they came in for. They got a white. We could have gotten this done at the fucking Longhorns. You know?
We could have ate peanuts and thrown them on the ground while I was waiting for shit.
Most of those Japanese guys at those steakhouses are actually Puerto Ricans. It's a committed act. They run them all through a program, you know. It's a training program.
It's funny you would say that because the best Japanese food I ever had was cooked by a Mexican guy.
Did he live in Japan?
They're really good cooks. No, he lived in Sonora.
Jake, Sonora and Dust Storm, yeah.
Did you get that Sahara dust storm on
Sonora and Dust Storm. Yeah, we got it. We still got it. It's flaring up. It looked like God didn't clear his bong hit outside. It's just green and hazy. And
Are you getting good sunsets from it?
Are we getting what?
Good sunsets.
Good sun. There's no such thing as a good sunset in Florida outside of the summer. A good sunset is when the sun goes down in Florida. That any sunset's a good sunset in Florida in the summertime. Summertime in the city.
So what shows do you think on Free Think Radio here are gonna make it?
Everything that runs through Sunday. So I guess last night was the last what the fuck did I just show?
That's Negative show, right?
That's Caller 23's show.
Oh, that's Caller 20. Well, he'll probably make it. He's really learned a lot about radio recently.
Well, the next show would be at 10 p.m. on Sunday. So the world will be ended, so that it won't be on.
Oh, it's done. That's right.
Yeah,
what other shows did you hear this week?
All right, so then there's time for the show, which is now.
That's the best show.
It's the good one. It's the good one.
Gold standard of Free Think Radio.
And that's Mondays at 10, and then Tuesdays at 10 is Reverend Fanboy's fun time with Reverend Fanboy.
Super fun.
I think at 10. And then on Wednesday is The Short Bus with Martha Arthur and Dr. Ellis.
I like that show. Martha Arthur does that show. That's a clever show.
It's a show.
It's not like that thing that happens on Tuesday at all. Martha Arthur is clever.
Don't besmirch other shows on the network until the end of the world.
I'm not besmirching it. I'm just saying.
Oh, you are.
You can't take a show like The Short Bus and then compare it to what happens on Tuesday. You can't do that.
Be nice, Peas.
That's the injustice.
You have to share the airwaves, Peas. When you show up, you have to share them.
What about Thursdays? Does anything happen on Thursdays?
Nope, nothing. Fridays though, Fergin Fridays.
What happened to Negative at Night?
8:30 until question marks. What? What are you talking about?
That's probably a good show. He's funny.
Who?
I haven't listened to it, but I'm
Ferg's
sure
good.
it's pretty good.
He does a which one?
Ferg show.
Ferg
what
show
about
is
Negative
good.
At Night? He does his show, right?
When?
Negative at Night, or is that with the Reverend Fanboy show? That's that week Tuesday.
What night
schedule.
of the week is the Reverend Negative show?
Oh, I don't know. I'm asking if it's still on the air. Maybe we've already defeated it.
What's the name of the show?
Negative at Night.
Negative at Night. I think they have a Discord channel.
What?
You should check it. Check it out. All
He
kinds
seems
of
tight.
cool stuff to check out on Discord. Do you like web comics?
Check it out. Check it out.
Do you
I can't
like
remember that
video game web
Wait, so-
comics? Do you
Huh?
like web comics oriented towards the asexual Linux community?
The asexual incel community? Yes, I think that is.
Are you interested in joining
Definitely.
my web links?
I would.
Would you like to get on my web links circle?
get on my web link, boy?
No
get on it.
hentai.
Get on it.
XXX free hentai free zone. Peas, how much do you know about Japanese animated pornography?
Well, only what I can buy in a vending machine. So my experience.
Oh yeah! You nailed it. That was a good one.
Thank you.
All right, so that's in the can. Next up, Peas. Tell me everything you know about Japanese bondage pornography.
Well, I ran out of quarters in the first vending machine, so I couldn't learn that much about that one.
You get a 2.
But-
That's a segue.
But the bus stop schedules seem to have a lot of advertisements for it. So if I need to know more about it, it'll just cost me a few yen.
How can you? Okay, Dear Peas from the technical support department. Here we go. It's time for the Peas-O box.
That's what I do.
Yeah. This
Show
is
us
from
what you
Carl
got.
Jenkinson of Fredericksburg's Row, North Virginia. And he writes, Dear Peas, how can I tell the difference between peanut butter or Cheetle from each other dried on my mouse? Signed, Carl Fredericksenberg of Huntsville, North Virginia.com. Peace.
You know, I think that it's difficult when you're extracting the essence of a dried food substance off of your computer mouse to really ever be 100% accurate. But I would say that peanut butter, even in a dried state, once it's moistened with the saliva in your mouth via licking or putting a chunk of the crust into your mouth, I think it would be evident that it's peanut butter. The Cheetle flavor, of course, is a much more nuanced flavor and would require a much more refined palate. So my advice to you, if it doesn't taste like peanut butter, then obviously that's the Cheetle.
What's your preferred Cheetle scraping method, Peas? And don't say any type of fingernail.
Well, I think the best way to do it, if you really, there's certain pairings that go with food. There's caviar and champagne. There's, nachos and cheese. But I think when it comes to Cheetle as a pairing, I think that the only thing that really stands up is one of those newfangled White Claw seltzers.
All right, Peas. Tell them about the next song.
The next song is a wonderful group of boys from England. They can't come to the United States for tax problems, but they're here anyway, regardless, at great risk to themselves, to play their smash hit, 20th Century Man. Ladies and gentlemen, the Kinks.
You're listening to Think Radio. It's the Patreons, please. It's the weekly Patreons, please. Aren't you excited?
Oh, you did you do it already?
It's those juicy, greasy boys that are so lovely, like Dr. Cosmac, Scalpod, Caller 23, Couch Sloth, Apostasy X, Fnord, Long Dead, Martha Artha, Agent Lloyd, Reverend Negative, and Hazel of the Windmills.
Music.
All right. Okay, Peas. You got your copy of the soap commercial?
No.
No? You want me to send it to you?
I have it, but I'm like laying down on the couch.
Well, you gotta do the show.
I am doing it.
All right. Well,
Look, I
well,
been
tell
having
them.
to do it twice.
Tell
I
'em-
can do it from my head, off the top of my head.
Tell them about. Tell them.
Tell them about the soap.
Tell them about the fucking soap. Yeah, do it.
All right. Hey, kids and listeners. Have you been freaking out because of COVID-19 and wondering how you're going to wash your hands with no hand sanitizer and what you're going to do in this terrible time of crisis? Well, Peas and Fox have a solution for you. We contacted our good friends at triologysoaps.com and asked them, hey guys, is there anything you can do for us to help our listeners stay clean in this national time of crisis? And they said graciously, we sure can, Peas. As a matter of fact, if you go to our website at triologysoaps.com and after you make your order, you put in COVID-19 as the promo code, we'll give you thousands of dollars off your order, or some percentage of it off. One or the other, you'll never know until you order from triologysoaps.com, the only soap known to keep you from getting COVID-19.
Copyright today.
What'd you think of that?
That was pretty good. Did you do that all off your head there?
Off the cuff, out the gate, brother.
So what, you gotta lay on your couch to get the show done? Is that the idea?
I feel like the blood is rushing to my head and I might be funnier this way. Maybe I should do all show like this.
Perfect. All right. Tonight's theme, Peas, is the coming apocalypse. I didn't know if you happen to know, but it's at the hands of the children. Those gosh darn Zoomers, Peas, are going to pull the rugs out from under our well-planted and well-deserved, firmly placed feet.
But I thought all the children were fat and getting COVID-19 and they were no longer our hope.
So where are we going to divert all of our resources to? So it seems like it's coming down to us, like a Thunderdome situation, because all the olds, they gonna die. If they get the boomer flu, they out. Cold turkey. And now if kids get it, it's also a Zoomer flu. It's the zoo flu, the Kung Zoo.
I heard it makes the Utes stupid.
The which?
After they recover from it, they're more stupid.
It makes who stupid?
The Utes.
Of where?
The Utes, the young people, the Utes.
Of today?
The Utes of America.
Oh, of America. All right. I didn't know if you didn't mean any in specific or not. Sorry, you throw me off, Peas. It's a lot of
you thought I was talking
curveballs
about
with you.
the Eskimos? Did you think I was talking about Eskimos and how they're trying to repress us?
No, I thought you were going to tell me how I was going to be able to get one of these really cool stickers.
Well, the stickers are awesome. All you've got to do is ask for one and during the special live version of this show, and I believe that the Hypercube Laboratory will mail you one for a self-addressed stamped envelope. If I'm not mistaken.
No, yeah, you are mistaken.
Okay.
Would you like to attempt to correct yourself?
You don't even need a self-addressed stamped envelope. We'll send it to you if you just ask.
You you can get a Cube Speak that way. If you send a self-addressed stamped envelope, you can get a free copy of Cube Speak in the mail.
Yeah, we wouldn't say no to a donation to defer the cost.
Which
of
a couple went out today in the mail.
Holographic stickers, UV protected. They literally, even after the Earth ends
eat lasers,
weekend, they will still reflect holographic color.
Magic. They're just like the Hypercube decals used on the space shuttle.
Did they cost you more than regular non-holographic, rainbow type stickers?
Yes, they did.
This is really.
This is an opportunity. This is such a great opportunity because I only have a limited number of them to begin with. Peace.
How many?
That is for me to know and for you to not ever know. Period. Don't ask me about my inventory levels.
Is it more than 10?
It's less than a bread box, but I've
what
got.
Kind of bread?
But 10 is the amount I was able to put aside to offer up. And as you can see here in the camera piece, I've got number 9 here.
Ooh, that's
of
exciting.
These. And if you want to get one of these stickers, I'll tell you what you can do. At the end of the show...
Let me get a pen. Wait! Let me get a pen.
Well, employees of Hypercube and Time for the Show Enterprises Limited are not eligible for participation in any contests and or giveaways, including promotional stunts. But that's why we have the picnic peas. That's why we have the picnic peas. That's why you bring the pie pans to the picnic peas so we can lock the prostitutes into the pea pen and watch them BP into the pie pans peas. Come on! Keep up with me. And turn your camera back on.
It is on. I'm laying on my couch.
I can't see you. Fix it. This next letter comes from little Jenny Appleton of Burnt Sausage, Idaho. Jenny writes, "Dear Peas, every time I scrape scub off of the inside of my vape, I end up getting a lightheaded sensation that results in the ends of my toes turning purple. What do? Love, Holly." Hensenson Bergensen.
And her toes, the end of her toes turn purple?
End of her toes turn purple at the end. After huffing scub from the inside of a vape. That's America, Peas. Those are the Utes of America.
Purple toes.
What are you going to do about it? They're the ones that are supposed to fix all this stuff.
Wear loafers.
We should. Are you gonna submit to the Utes, Peas?
No, I'm gonna be dead soon, and they can just do whatever the fuck they think is best.
Well, no, I think the idea, that's the whole plan behind the universal health care, is that they're actually going to keep you alive, and you're going to be like the backbone of the workforce, because that's the America that you loved so much. They're gonna put you on an assembly line, making graphics card for Bitcoin mining rigs all day. Indefinitely. For forever. Did you know that?
I did not.
It's Bitcoin, Peas. How much are we how many Dobbs coins do you have?
I lost my wallet.
You lost your
I wonder what they're worth. I wonder what they're worth now. They're probably worth thousands. And I lost my wallet.
What's 10% of nothing, Peas?
Yeah. Because I had like 1 million of them.
I had a couple million too. I don't know. If there's anyone worth being a guest on the show, I guess it'd be the Dobbs coin guy. So go get him, Peas. There's your job as a host.
What was his name?
Book.
Dobbs coin Bob or something like that.
Yeah, that sounds like him.
He disappeared. So many people in the...
God damn it. But yeah, are you still there? Did you die? Peace? He's out. Well, everybody, I thank you for listening to the last show ever. It was a nice attempt at comedy, but obviously it's not going to work.
I had the mute button. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. I was just queuing up the apology song. I thought you would quit. I thought you would quit because it's time for my favorite part of the show.
Show me what you got.
Oh, it's a good part.
It's Proving Grounds. It's the game that Peas is so good at. I'm going to read the headlines from the news, and Peas and me are going to try and make jokes about it. Whoever makes the funniest joke gets nobody. You shouldn't call out to the ether, Peas. You should first off. Rule number 1: never rely on the audience. That's rule number 1. Never rely on the audience. Rule number 2: don't ask into the ether. You need to remember, maintain the show. You have to talk to the audience. Don't talk to me. I will talk to you, and I will feed you the information and the direction. But you're going to have to talk to the audience. That's your job. Okay. You have to do the show. So, all right, Call of Duty's next update adds 200-player Warzone mode.
Incels finally have the army they've looked for.
Oh, all right. Not bad, Peas. That's shaping up right off the bat, out of the gate. Okay. Apple VP Kevin Lynch talks Apple Watch sleep tracking. Focus on helpful and empowering data.
The next day, he changed his name to Rope so he wouldn't offend BLM.
All right, we'll put that one on hold. Apple's 2020 iPhones will ship without earpods or a USB charger.
Fuck.
I know, that's just rough.
I just don't know what to think of.
How do you make that funny? Like they haven't figured out every way to gouge these people. Let's see here. Your charging port will sit on a $4,000 coaster. You know, I don't know. $10,000 wheels. $10,000 wheels. I can't make a joke more than that. I cannot make a joke that Apple hasn't already put a price tag on, Peas. That's what I'm talking about.
I couldn't do it either, Fox.
Ryan Seacrest splits from Shayna Taylor. Rebounds with new lady in Mexico.
RuPaul denies all relationship rumors.
All right, I'll put that one on hold. Leaders want John Wayne name statue gone from Orange County Airport.
New names are Mandingo and Redskin Airport.
I'll give you a warning surprise for saying
getting racist.
You're always racist. You're always racist, Peas. Dr. Dre's wife of 24 years, Nicole Young, files for divorce because she changed her name to Nicole Old.
Turns out
it's an ageist burn.
Turns out she likes Asian guys.
Let's see what else we got here. How do flying snakes glide through the air?
The same way pigs are aerodynamic. They use the nether regions.
It's true. I heard somebody once yell, "Grab the snake," and the guy goes, "Where?" And he goes, "By the tail."
Are we supposed to joke to that, or are you?
No. That was what they had said. That's what they had said.
Yeah,
my question was where does the tail start?
On a snake?
Yeah, like everything behind the head is the tail.
I would think so. See, anywhere you grab it's pretty good unless you grab the head.
If it's not the head, it's the tail of the snake. You don't grab it.
And the head of the snake is the sticky part anyway. You really don't want that shit on your hands.
Did you ever pick up a snake?
Everyone I've ever touched has been super stiff. They might have been dead.
A tiny Chinese satellite spotted the 2019 total solar eclipse from the moon, but still missed the 1984 total eclipse of the heart. Okay.
No, it should read a normal-sized Chinese satellite.
Okay, Piers, I'll give you one for another toot. You guys a big world toot. You ready? You ready for the world news?
Yep.
Okay. Guess what it's all about? China reportedly passes national security law for Hong Kong. Aren't these fun?
So
Aren't these fun?
Some things are so funny. You're like, I just can't even add to it. Those
It's
poor
exactly
fucking
like all of a sudden, yeah. Now they're gonna crack down on Hong Kong style egg rolls.
Yeah.
Like no more pork and shrimp in the same egg roll. That's when
Stop putting holes in them buildings for dragons to get through. Comrades need to live there.
China put up a wall. Iran issues arrest warrant for Trump, asks Interpol to help. Inspector
Duran Duran writes new theme song to sell the idea.
All right, Peas, all right. On his first U.S. visit as president, Mexico's Lopez Obrador to fly commercial.
Wonders where he can buy tacos at the regional airport.
Tacos?
Tacos. They're delicious.
I thought they were just gonna they were gonna go down to the border wall and just take like some tarmac stairs over to either side. You just walk over it.
Let me invert it then. Was disappointed that bagels were the only option for breakfast.
India bans TikTok, WeChat, and dozens more Chinese apps.
Please send us beans and boobs.
TikTok, WeChat, and dozens more Chinese apps cannot communicate with tech support. What did Florida Governor Ron DeSantis veto to cut it by $1 billion?
Coke spoons at McDonald's.
And that's what you got. Give it up to Peas. Yeah. You sank it, Peas. You're on top of the show now. Aren't you proud of yourself? It's the last show.
Some of them are. A couple of them were weak.
So, Peas, are you
overall,
gonna?
I think it was a good segment.
Are you gonna join me on the amazing magical broadcast on July 5th from 12 to 7?
Of course.
Great. What kind of
Oh
fun?
no, I won't. I'm camping.
Oh yeah, you're leaving?
I bought a big tent.
I bet you did. Bet you'd like to put one of these shiny stickers on it. If only I knew a way to get it out to people.
I'm not sure that I'm even eligible to get one of those special stickers because of my corporate ties and white privilege.
It ties to white supremacists. Yes, Peas.
I changed it to privilege at the last second. Shut up.
White privilege.
White's the privilege.
That's it's like a.
Just making sure.
Aster, you an Italian Klansman.
Never get to work any kind of mainstream comedy or entertainment venue ever. That's all I'm trying to do here.
In solidarity, my pizzeria will be serving black pizza.
Black-eyed peas and collard greens.
It's oh, now Peas, come on! That's too far.
Is it?
That's too far. Black-eyed peas and collard greens is a southern staple for New Year's Day. And that is a betrothed tradition that I will not have you sully. I won't have you sully it, Peas. Are you ready for 2 hours visit a band? Oh, it's the best show ever. It's going to be the best one. It's a good show so far, Peas. You've done
It
good.
is. It's getting there.
Are you
It's
excited?
because I'm laying on the couch.
So you're gonna go camping this weekend for X Day?
Yep. I bought a big tent. See,
Where are you going? Where are you gonna camp?
Here's the thing, and it's very rarely that I'll say this, but a Discordian thing happened to us, me and Carrots this weekend, involving, if you know anything about Discordiism and Eris, you know there's a parable about making tea. And you make this tea and it's bitter. And you try to fix the bitter tea by thinning it out with water, adding more tea to it, putting sugar in it. But in the end, the tea is always still bitter and fucked up. And the reality is what you need to do in that circumstance is attempt to make a new pot of tea. That's the only way to fix the bitter tea, is to throw it out and try to make regular tea. So Carrots and I, we sold the Sweet Sweet van that we used for camping, and we were going to buy
What
a
about the
pop-up
horns that
well,
Cosmac
the horns
got
are on
you?
they're on the Jeep. They've been on the Jeep forever. But we sold the Sweet Sweet van, and we were going to buy a pop-up trailer to pull behind the Jeep. But everybody in the world has bought one because society's going to crumble and the world's going to end this weekend.
Now
and
we're
people
talking.
wanna
Go that
camp.
way. Go more towards that.
Before they wanted to die, they wanted to camp. So we couldn't buy anything. But Carrots made some coffee Sunday. And it was really bad coffee. We tried to add creamer to it. We tried to fix the coffee. And it made me think of the Discordian fable. And I'm like, this is just like the bitter tea story from Discordia. So what we did, being good Discordians, is we took some speed.
A good
and we got
Discordian
drunk,
joke. Ha ha ha. Laugh out loud. LOL.
and we ordered a shitload of camping equipment involving a giant tent. Because our plan for the pop-up tent camper was our bitter tea. I'm not getting my severance from my company, so I didn't have the money to get it. There's none available right now. No matter how we tried to fix that tea, it was never going to happen for us.
Tea.
So we made new tea, which involved
tea.
buying a big giant tent and a queen-sized cot, and now we're going to try camping in the middle of the wilderness in the Jeep because
Oh my God.
we took insight from Bob and Discordianism to change our lives for the better.
Which resulted in what did you do? You made tea? Or you
I bought a
smoked
big
tea?
giant tent. I bought a 10-person cabin tent, and I bought a big queen-size bed to put in it.
And this
and
is what
then
you've
we're
been
gonna-
smoking meth out of?
Right, and we're gonna go into the middle of the desert. We got this little thing to sit on so we can shit into a bag. That'll be nice.
Oh, you're gonna do some role play as like
And we're
some
going
play.
deep,
Have you been a
deep,
bad doggy peas? Are you gonna bend
deep
over
into the desert.
and pee and Carrots is gonna put a little bag around your bum and you're gonna bark like a dog as you go number
thinking
2 into
about-
the bag? It's about
thinking
hearing the
about-
sound of the poop hit the plastic as it plops onto the parameter of the tent peas. It's all about the plopping of the poop into the plastic bag peas.
Oh!
That's what it's about.
Oh!
It's about the sound
Oh,
as it
and you know,
permeates through the membrane
I'm
of the
sending you
tin.
some of my teeth. I'm sending some of my teeth so you can grind them up into powder to send to the Patreons.
We're just gonna snort them. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna get them out to the Patreons, but you're supposed to be sending me all of them, and you were supposed to have already sent
Have
me.
you got a lot of
Man,
inquiries?
I bet you're gonna get something in the mail.
I did.
I bet you're gonna get something in the mail from me before I get anything from you, and then the world's gonna end.
You're not that good at getting shit.
Hey,
in the
did
mail.
you ever send Joshua
I might
Rogers of
take that-
illuminatedpaths.bandcamp.com that Triology
take
Soaps
that back.
gift
I
pack
might
that you
take
said
that
you were
back.
gonna send him?
Who? What?
Yeah. Did you ever
That-
get
you
on,
know,
did you ever get on
I
top of
know.
that?
Listen, poor Joshua. I feel bad for him, but he shouldn't have depended me on that soap. It's not
Well,
like
you
it's
said
my
you were gonna
soap
send him
company.
some.
I said that, but I shouldn't have.
You shouldn't have. Well, don't tell me
I have
that.
to
Tell that
access
to
the
him.
soap.
He
I have
came
no
back on the
access to
show.
Triology soap to send him.
You know, he came back on the show and
I know,
asked,
I
and
feel like
asked
the
you for it.
Triology
He
soap
was here.
should send him
And then, you know,
soap.
like the last time I saw him before the world started ending, he was
It's
like,
in
I
the soap.
can't believe that guy would say that he would send me something and then not
I
send
know
me
it.
something.
But don't you feel like the Triology soap people should send him the soap?
Well,
I mean,
not
I
if
thought
not
my
if you said
business-
that you were going to pay for it.
Well, no,
why
no.
should
See, I never
why
said
should
that.
why
I
should
never
our
said that.
sponsors
That's a lie.
why should our sponsors
problem.
send a gift basket out
paying for
on
it
their
and
dime to a
saying,
guest of the
like,
show?
I feel like Ferg should send Joshua some soap. He doesn't
Okay,
like
well then you should probably ask Ferg about that and make an
Well, I am
arrangement.
right
up.
now. He's in the damn room. He can chime in and unmute his
You
mic.
know, you
at
don't
any
need to
time.
conduct the business transaction and because not everybody wants
like-
their address
Don't you
out
feel
on
like
the
commercial
internet
like
though.
tonight? Don't
I'm
you
just
feel like
getting
the
on top. You're
commercial
supposed to be.
tonight
I
is
want
so
you to be a good. I want you
feel
to be a
like you should
good
send
host,
Joshua
Pease, and you're going to be the best. And I'm going to make you into the best host ever, because I'm the best director ever. I don't
Will I
know if
have
you
a
picked
couch?
that up. I'm kicking it. You're going to go back to boot camp, Pease. It's time for the go for you. Aren't you ready to step up, Pease?
I feel like Ferg should send Joshua a bar of soap and say it's from me. He should do all the work, and I should get the laurels.
Well, set it up. That's your responsibility with the
we
guest.
don't give laurels anymore.
Yeah,
When's the
but-
last time you got a laurel, Fox?
What do you mean? You introduced the bone to pick segment. Since
I did.
when is giving anybody praise been any component of time for the show? Since
Maybe we should make a
when
segment called
in the career legacy of Hypercube Laboratory has anybody ever come up to Dr. Fox or an associate and say, you know what? Good job. Keep it up. Have you gotten any?
No, not really.
Not me. Not
I
me.
actually have though. That's not true. It's a lie. I have.
Wait, who told you? Who told you good job?
I got a super nice note from Doc Ellis a couple weeks ago with some salt and pepper shakers and a really cool story. Ian Moth sends me stuff from time to time saying he really appreciates what I do.
What do you
I
do?
I'm funny from time to time.
You're funny from time to time?
Not tonight, but other times, sure.
Yeah. So what do you do?
For a living?
For time, it's time for the show. When somebody, because you've said that you have a radio show or a podcast to somebody, right?
Yeah, I tell people that.
You tell
But
people that.
I'm mostly bragging.
Do you tell people you have a podcast?
No, I never say podcast because that would be gay.
Do you say radio show?
I say radio show every
How
time.
how many people do you think you verbally in person told you have a radio show?
Oh, it's got to be 40.
40?
At least 40.
At least 40
At
that
least.
you have a show.
Like I let it drop real casual. They're like, what's that sticker on your Jeep? I'm like, oh, I got a radio show, and then I just play it off.
Oh.
And then if
So,
they press
okay.
me on it,
So
if they
what-
press me on it, like, how can I listen? I go, oh, it's Canadian.
So you don't tell them how to listen to the show?
No, I'm just scared.
Because you're what?
I'm scared. I'm scared to listen
So
to it.
you've never, because I've kind of noticed, Pease, that you don't really advertise that
No, I
you're
do.
on time for the show.
I do.
Do
I'm
you?
very proud of being on time for the show, dude. Please don't. No. That's. I'm very proud of being on time for the show.
Are you? Are you?
I totally am. And
Well, then why don't you tell anybody?
I don't know. That's weird, isn't it?
You are like the social media subgenius guy. You're yeah, aren't you? I thought that was your thing. I thought you were like king of Facebook. I thought you were king of Subgenius Facebook. Isn't that the idea? Ferg makes soap.
Lord
Guru
Commander.
Drew has bran flakes. And Doc Ellis, Martha have Freethink Radio. And Peas has what? Time for the show? What's that? What's time for the show? When somebody asks you what your show is, so you've got a sticker indicating, and so someone says, well, what's that sticker? And you're like, well, that's my radio show.
Yep, that's
and then
right,
it's
dude.
like, so if so, okay, well, do you have a Bob sticker on your vehicle?
Yep.
Okay, so what do you do when somebody asks you about the Bob sticker?
I say you don't want to know.
Okay, so you've got these things on there. So basically, they're now a Bob sticker is a beacon.
Correct.
First off, it means pull me over. After that, it means that you can't be. It means that you can't be trusted. That you're probably a troublemaker in the process of making trouble, and to use deadly force, and it is authorized. That is what putting a Bob sticker on your car means. That means pin me down by the shoulder blades and don't let me up.
Well, if that's what I was going for, then that's okay.
Well, that's what you're going for. Have you been pulled over in a vehicle that has a Bob sticker on it?
Oh yeah, because every vehicle I've owned since I got involved in the church has had a Bob sticker on it.
Have you? So what? Like 3 years?
No, dude. I not as long as a lot of people, but I want to say I've been in the church now for a good solid almost 8 years.
Hipster. Ooh. How much did you pay?
$35. Just like
Oh, sucker hipster. Anyway.
Here's the thing, though, and I've said this many times. If the church didn't have a Peas, they would have needed to invent one. And the fact that in just 8 years I could become the Peas and the Lord Commander of Facebook, what's that say?
To become the Peas, I thought you showed up and you were the Peas.
No, at first I was not. I was
You weren't?
myself. Then I got doxxed and fucked up really bad, so I had to come back as the Peas. I accused Susie of doxing me.
Well, what did you do?
I was like posting under my real name.
Where?
My con name. Everywhere, because I was like so bold. I didn't care.
On social media, on Facebook, or in
Yeah.
like Subgenius forums?
Everywhere. Social media, everywhere.
With
and
your
then
with
one
your
day,
with your
I went to Kentucky. I'm gonna tell the story.
pink-ass
Bob.
Irish McName.
And I was on the way to Kentucky and to see my kid. And
You got a death threat on the plane.
no, in Scrub the next day there was a post that had a recording of my conversation with Pam in the hotel room the night before. And when I got home from Kentucky, everything I owned in the house was hacked and owned. At the time, I thought it was,
Wait. Hold the fuck on a second here. How have you never told me this?
I've told you this before.
No. Okay.
Told a couple
So
of you this story before.
so on the Subgenius internet hate group, right? In there on the internet. You were an active member, and then
Correct.
you found a post in the forum as you or from somebody else.
No, somebody else had posted it, and it was a link to a conversation from my iPhone that I'd had the night before.
Wow.
That shouldn't have been able to have been done at that time.
But
when I got home from Kentucky, when I got home from Kentucky, everything that I owned, down to my cable modem, had TSR on it, and everybody
Describe
thought
that
I was
for the
nuts.
audience, please. Tell me about TSR.
It means it's a RAM program that stays resident when you turn a machine on or off. they override it so when the machine starts to load its OS, it also loads this program up with it, which then enables to propagate to the other devices that communicate to that. And because I do security as a living, I kind of knew this had happened. And so I tried to report it to the police, and they told me maybe I should patch my computer. And then I contacted the cable company, and they were like, "You're nuts." And they came out, and the guy's like, "Well, that just doesn't happen with cable modems." But then he worked on my modem for about an hour and a half, which is about an hour and 20 minutes longer than it takes to set up any cable modem in the fucking world. And at the end of that time, he went out to his truck and got a brand new one and changed something outside and didn't want to talk about it anymore. At the time, Market Basket, the company I worked for, had 2 billionaires that were fighting for control of the company. Now, I'm going to digress a little bit. That's important to know. But anyway, I was involved with the Subgeniuses, and this weird shit happened in Scrub. All my shit when I got home had been pwned. And so I went on Scrub and said, "You guys suck. Why would you fuck with me like that? I'm just a nice guy trying to have fun with you guys and your collective joke." And Dow Jones was like, and I was like, and I thought Susie did it because it was the recording I had was bumpered on top of her show. Somebody had gone to some work to crap this into that. And I, at the time, I'd only been in the church for about 8 or 9 months.
Okay, wait. So you thought Susie had done it because
correct, and I accused her of it. And I accused her of it.
Stop. Wait. Because a segment of the audio recording was used on her show. Is that what you said? Because
I clicked on a link to listen to her show, and a bumper before her show started to play was the conversation from my iPad at the hotel that I had spent the night before at with Cam, and also
I don't understand the bumper.
So like before the show started, all of a sudden there's this recording of my iPhone from an office meeting that I had the day before I went to Kentucky, and I didn't want to mention this, but I was making sweet love to my wife and talking to it, and there was a recording of that was attached to the front of the Susie show that I linked on to. So I assumed that the Subgeniuses
linked on to what? How did, so it was broadcasting, or it was a link to her?
No,
like
it was a link embedded. Or? It was a link embedded in a thing in Scrub. Okay, like you go to Scrub, and it's a forum, and there's posts there. In the post was like, "Hey, Pease, listen to this. It's Susie's show." And so I clicked on it, and lo and behold, it was Susie's show, but at the beginning of it, instead of being Susie's show, it was me talking about some security things at Market Basket in a meeting I'd had that Friday afternoon. And then later that day, I banged my wife in a hotel, and that audio recording was there too. And I was horrified about it. And as soon as I had done listening to it, it started segueing into Susie's show. So I thought that Susie had done this. So I'm freaked out, right? Okay. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Then I start to realize my computer's not working right. Then I start to realize all my shit is fucking not working right. In the course of trying to rectify the situation, I made a post on Subgenius saying, "Fuck you guys for doing this to me. Fuck you, Susie, for doing this to me." And Dow Jones replied back, "You're dumb. You don't even know what the fuck you're talking about." And I went, "Hey, go look at this post." And all the posts that had referenced this thing, and there was about 4 of them, had all been deleted from Scrub.
So somebody with administrative. Now, okay.
This has happened to other people in the church, by the way. However,
getting doxxed.
It happened to that drummer guy, Joey Wadsworth. It happened to him too. But so anyway, there's 2 things to this. The kind of hack that happened to me involves 2 scenarios. Somebody with a shitload of time on their hand, because it's very sophisticated. It was a professional. It's not like a kiddie script type of thing. anything that touched this fucking network, this guy was able to own because he had this sophisticated 0-day exploit on a modem. So, the one scenario is that somebody with a lot of time on your hand that
so you don't really know who it. You don't know who it was.
Yeah.
And the posts
So
are
the
and the
other scenario-
posts are and the posts are gone.
Yeah. So the other scenario in this kind of circumstance is somebody who has a great deal of money that can pay someone to do this because the amount of time it would have taken to do this kind of hack is extensive. The resources you have to spend and utilize. So it's either somebody with time or somebody with money that can buy the guy that's got the time for the money. So at the same time this was happening, Market Basket had two cousins, Artie T. Demoulas and Artie S. Demoulas, that were battling for the control of this $5.5 billion regional grocery store, of which I was the sole IT guy and security guy for the company. And I had told the company many times, I'm not accessing your network from home until you get like a dongle or a secure duo device, dual authentication. So I think what happened in retrospect is that RDS had somebody attempt and succeed hacking my infrastructure at home, looking for passwords that would get them into the Market Basket domain and Tewksbury. And I thought,
but
because it happened at the same time that I was dealing with subgeniuses, and that message came to me in Scrub, which they probably did to fuck with my head, that it had been it had been subgeniuses that had done it.
Well, but okay,
After I
hold on.
calmed
Okay,
down-
now let's. All right, so let's hold up for where we are at this point in the story. All right, so you have been hacked, and a recording containing sensitive material and embarrassing material has been acquired. Now
I'm not that embarrassed about it.
You've gotten to. You will be when I'm done with you, and I mean, yeah, and so you've got this recording that somebody has linked in Scrub Genius.
Correct.
Now you're saying that this is industrial espionage. Well, my thing
That is exactly
now
what I'm
here's the
saying.
thing: if it was industrial espionage, why would they tell you that they hacked you?
Well, it's an interesting question because I was taunted by text messages for about 3 weeks after that from spoofed IPs and phones referencing the entire incident.
Sure.
So
okay.
I don't know why. I don't know why they taunted me.
That doesn't sound like something I would think that a good hacker would do.
Normally they
Like
wouldn't.
I mean, a good hack. It sounds like he's a good. What I mean, that sounds a lot more like someone really trying to fuck with you personally.
Yeah, and that's why my initial thought process went to the subgenius. However, on my own research and my own analysis of the issue, I found out from one of my other employees actually that it may not have been the millionaire people like I thought it was, but it was actually my boss who could not fucking stand me and had done this to get me out of the company, and that is eventually what happened.
Your boss at which place?
Robert Bean of Pelham, New Hampshire.
At the supermarket place.
Yeah.
Like,
he
what
was
was
the
his-
he was the IT manager and I was the system admin.
All right, so you were the assistant manager of IT, and he was the manager of IT.
No. I had no management position, whatever. I was the one who did the work. He was the one that yelled and screamed and wondered why.
The supervisor, yeah,
I
the
would
manager.
Yeah.
And you were the
It's
IT
just-
guy.
I was the IT guy and he was an idiot. But it turns out he might not have been an idiot.
What's the difference? Whoa. Yeah.
There's a lot of questions that still arise out of the entire thing, and the
Well,
story.
you know, if somebody's
sounds-
got it out for you, you know,
It's-
to
it
get onto
sounds
your
kind
to
of
get onto
delusional,
your
but-
phone, To get onto your
even went to
phone
my
is pretty
doctor and I
hardcore.
said,
I would
you know,
imagine
am I-
that you
am I
wouldn't be the
psychotic?
kind of person that would be downloading like illegal apps to use
No.
on your Android unrooted
No.
phone,
I had an iPhone,
right?
dude. That was what
Did
was
you
so
have a
weird about it.
jailbroken iPhone?
No.
No. So
As
you
a matter of fact, the company right before they fired me wanted to seize my iPhone so that they could have it forensically analyzed, and I kind of pushed back against that because I was very pro medical marijuana at the time, and I was involved with a lot of grows in New England.
well, it's their
and,
phone. Were you conducting?
It wasn't their phone. It wasn't their phone. No, excuse me. It was not their phone. It was my fucking phone.
It was your
Because they were
phone.
too cheap to pay for my fucking phone.
Okay,
But
well, if it's your
nonetheless,
phone.
I'm like, I don't really want to give you my phone because I've got pictures of illegal grows all across New England. Because I was an activist.
Is that what you told them?
Yeah, I told them straight up that. I said, you know, I don't feel like going to jail for conspiracy.
You just tell them that you have pictures of drug fields on your phone.
Yep, that's exactly what I did, dude. I'm a very honest person.
Yeah, I know. You're you're the poster boy of the IT world. We really should get like we need John McAfee on the show. You guys would get along really well. Get John McAfee on the show,
Why are you
please.
fucking with me in my profession? It just happened, dude. It could be this, it could be that.
It's a
The only thing
Subgenius
that I
show. You
know
can't
that it
talk about
wasn't
work.
is I know that it
I was
wasn't
just interested in the
specifically-
conspiracy involved. That's a very interesting story, Peas. I've never
It
heard the
is.
story about how you got totally butt hacked by the Church of the Subgenius.
Bent the fuck over. But in the end, the only thing I realized,
They
the only
raped you.
truth that I know about this entire story is it wasn't Susie the Floozy, and it wasn't anybody in the
But
church.
you accused
'cause
her.
I've been in the church
did
long
accuse
enough
her.
to know ain't nobody in the church can fucking do shit like that.
You don't think?
I don't think.
Well, who posted it? Why did? Okay, well, who deleted the threads?
Don't know. There was like.
Well, didn't any of the moderators help you? They're not
So
robots.
At that time, the only person moderating that forum was Susie, who I just accused of fucking pwning me, who had no idea what the fuck pwning even meant. And Dow Jones was the one like, you get the fuck out of here with that. And I know most listeners don't know who the fuck I'm talking about, but they're Subgenius people. And then I've thought about it, I was like, you know, the reality is this has nothing to do with the Subgenius world. This has more to do with my place of position and power in this, mega company that I work for, and people trying to, get my knowledge to fuck each other in this big giant proxy battle they were having. And or it was my boss trying to make a fucking point.
He called you Peas,
They
right?
didn't call me Peas. They didn't call me Peas.
Or hey,
Peas. That's okay. The whole story came about.
They dead
This
named
is when
you.
I used my real name. So when I
Oh.
came back as Peas. I was reborn like a phoenix, and I was no longer Frank. Okay, I was no longer Francis.
Frank is dead.
because of what had happened to me and the
Kill
and
Frank.
Dude,
Kill
it cost
Frank.
Me,
Kill Frank.
cost me
Kill
$100,000 a
Kill
year
Frank.
fucking job and everything else, and I still came crawling back to the Subgeniuses as Peas because I felt bad I had unjustly accused them of it. And then in the process of being Peas, I pretended like I had just been born and I was only a year old, or I was only a toddler. And that's why the early Peas toast posts have like grammatical errors and are very childlike. That was an intentional aspect of my persona of Peas. And we talked earlier about my accents and taking on characters. This is the only character that I've been able to maintain for any length of time over a consistency, because I've been doing this character and am more
What
Peas
character?
than Frank now. That's the scary part of it. It's like Paul Rubens and Pee-wee. At one point, he became more Pee-wee than Paul, and that's where I am at with the
Yeah, except they're
evolution
gonna
of
catch you
Peas.
masturbating in the back of a
Yeah.
golden corral.
Well, hopefully, one can only hope. But I am more Peas now than I ever was Frank.
What's your address again?
6428 Dobie Peak Drive, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89108.
What was the last thing you got in the mail that you weren't expecting? Especially any legal notices. When was the last time you got served these?
It was a really nice gift from Doc Ellis and Martha Arthur.
That was the last thing you got? What about before that? What was the thing before that?
Got some stickers from you.
All right, before that?
Coffee cup from Cosmac.
That's it. People sending you all of these presents, Peas.
Dude, and I'm appreciative of everything that. It makes me feel good when people take time out of their day to send something, even if it's, Ian has sent me stuff and it's basically garbage that he puts in a box and sends to me, but I still like getting it because it makes me feel special and tingly inside by my pants.
If you say so. Say something nice about the viewers this week, Peas.
I like all the viewers, mostly, except for that guy and that one chick. But most of them are pretty good. I think it's takes a big testament to your own desire for enlightenment and comedy that you choose this show to get those things from. And I respect people that understand the secret of the universe is not necessarily in a sunset, but it could be the reflection of a street light in a puddle. And that's what our show is. Our show is that reflection of the street light in that oil-stained puddle with that rainbow scum on it that you can just kind of see your reflection in, but it's all like holographic, like our stickers.
Yeah.
It's all rainbowy and stuff.
I use it like a mirror to halter up my tube top. Toot. Yeah.
Tops, dude. I miss tube tops. Does your wife have a tube top? I'm thinking about getting my wife a tube top and just reminiscing.
I just get an inner tube and a staple gun. But yeah, we got these cool stickers. They're really cool. Would you like to know you might be able to get one, Peas?
I don't even know. I'm a member of the show. I'm probably ineligible.
Well, why don't you go?
What if I was just a listener? What if I was a Patreon listener? How would I get one of these stickers then? I'm sure must be a way.
Well, it's funny that you would say that because in a couple of minutes, there's a scheduled post that's going to come up on the Free Think Radio fan page. Yeah, you get that? You get what I'm saying? And what you need to do is at 12:01 a.m. This is when it will start. You will go to the freethinkradio.com fan page on Facebook, and you will share the post, and you're gonna put hashtag Don't Think, DONTTHINK. Don't put the little apostrophe; it's not needed. You're gonna do hashtag Don't Think, and hit the share button. And I think I've got like 10 of these that I'm going to get away. So if only 10 people share, then those 10 people will get one of these super awesome, very limited edition 3-inch holographic foil Don't Think stencil hypercube decals for free. If more than 10 people do that, then we'll spin the wheel and we'll pull people out. We'll choose 10 winners, and you'll have until July 5th, 7 a.m. when I hand out the last of them, and I will be sending out holographic stickers and maybe some other hypercube swag during the giveaway. And don't worry, everything's sent off in the mail will reach you on your saucer when you get there. Peas, tell us what you're sorry for.
I'm sorry that there's some doubt about me sharing my fucking story about being pwned and people don't believe it. But trust me, that's the main reason why I know sub-geniuses don't do it, because they don't have the dedication or fucking time to do shit like this. The fact that the sub-genius clutches is known as hackers on the Wikipedia page, to me, is somewhat funny. I know there's some of us in there that have some skills and do this and that, but as a collective, group, like say we're APT 26, APT 26 or something like that, or Care Bear, or any kind of activist group, is kind of crazy in my mind. I would like to have think I would have been brought into that had it actually existed. And it was that sanity that led me to believe that it was not the subgeniuses when it took place. So I'm sorry that I ever was an idiot enough to think that we could have pulled this off. The show started out a little bit weak, but then I took a little bit of a rest on my couch, and I think it picked up. I might do a mid-show laydown from now on, and I'm sorry that I haven't done that in the past. Maybe the last 175,000 shows could have been much better. I'm excited that this is the last show. I'm looking forward to the fiery rupture that is about to take place at 7 a.m. this Saturday, July 5th, the year 2020. And just think about it, kids. Think about it. If it was going to happen in any year, it'd have to be this one, right? What other year could possibly be 1998 except for 2020? That's our show, kids, and that's the end of my apologies. I'm sorry that you won't be able to listen to us next week, and I'm sorry that you got to listen to that Reverend Fanboy show on Tuesday, but I've got no control over the scheduling. The rest of the stuff, that's pretty good, though. That's highly recommended.
You got 40 seconds to go.
40 seconds?
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people think that 40 seconds is a long time or a short time, but the reality is on radio, that's a lifetime. 40 seconds can be the beginning of a life of a great segment, or it can be the death of dead air and the end of your job.
So apologize for it. Apologize for it. You have 10 seconds.
And we are all done wondering what 40 seconds could be like on radio, because it's done. It's over. It's finished. 40 seconds.
What'd you think of the show tonight, Pease?
I gotta listen to it. There's parts of it I really like. There's parts I think I could have done better.
Yeah. A little soupy tonight, huh?
Soupy.
Well,
My equipment was not working because I upgraded my OS.
Yeah, I can tell the upgrades are really working. All right, well, if you're listening, remember, go to the freethinkradio.com fan page on Facebook starting at 12:01 a.m. Share the featured post for the X-Day Hootenanny this Sunday morning this week. Tune in and listen to Dr. Fox's X-Day 23 MIA VR XP in 3D.
I'm going to do some too.
On freethinkradio.com. Rex Mondays Down the Rabbit Hole, 10 o'clock, Friday night, Saturday night, leading into the madness. You're going to love it. It's time for the show. Everyone's going to die. Go share the post. Go share the post. You've done it. You've deserved it. Subscribe at timefortheshow.com. We'll see you next week, kids. Bye-bye.
kaboom! There was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom!
A production of hypercubego.com.